Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh and I'm over here at the BMW of South Miami to review this 2023 Toyota GR Supra 3.0 premium model. So without a doubt, let's go ahead and get on to the exterior of this bad boy. So the Supra came back for the 2020 model year and it was co-developed with BMW. Fun fact about this model is that the B58 that is in this vehicle right here, Toyota went back and forth with BMW engineers to perfect this engine, and that's why it's been such a tried and true engine that you've seen in the M340i, the M440i, the Z440i, as well as the X3 M40i. So this engine, thanks to Toyota for going back and forth with the engineers, has actually assisted with making it such a reliable engine. So let's go ahead and talk about the exterior of the new Supra. Now these lights right here are full LED, DRLs right here as well. You have a tri-beam up in the top, and then you have your high beam assist down here, which is really nice. I like the overall styling of it. Love how long it is actually for the headlights. Gives it a nice aggressive styling. And over here you have a nice line that wraps around over here with that Toyota badge right there. Getting to the lower section right here, you have nice inlets over here, the side and in the middle, and as well over there and that side. But unfortunately right here, as you can see, it's covered up, which I'm expecting for the GRMN we'll get that opened up in the future. That should be coming out in a year or so. Nice front splitter over here that wraps around this wheel section right here. Looks really nice, and I love the overall styling. Talking about the hood, we have another line right here that goes up and then down to this section right here. This is also a covered up vent, which is unfortunate. Like I said, I feel like a lot of these vents were in place already because they had the GRMN in mind. So expect that to be something to be seen unlocked for the GRMN. But the overall hood is really nice, and it's a very long hood. As you can see, it covers up all the way to the front here, and close, very close to this A-pillar section right here. The A-pillar is actually blacked out. I like the way that it looks like that. Gives it that FT1 concept that we saw vibe overall, and I love the styling that Toyota has gone for the Z4. Now talking about these wheels right here, they finished in a satin black styling with those red Toyota brake calipers that say Toyota Supra. These are the Pilot Super Sport, which is really nice. I love the overall design of these rims. Look really aggressive, and those wheels are going to help a lot with traction whenever you are taking it around spiritually curves. You have a nice satin finished as well with the side skirts right here that kicks up at the very end, and then it matches actually the diffuser area right here, and I like that styling very much. And then over here, as you can see, it's a nice kind of concave wraparound right here, and then it goes up this section right here and gives you a nice Coke bottle effect with the rear haunch area right here. Just looks really nice. You have your gas right here, but the overall styling, I love this side profile the most. Like, if there was any kind of picture I love, it would be this side profile, just because of this rear quarter area right here. Looks very nice. Getting to the rear, we have these nice LED taillight systems right here. They are full LED. The turn signals are embedded in them. They are red, they're not amber like other Toyotas. And then you have your rear reverse lights down here. This reminds me very much of like those GT cars that we see on the racetrack for IMSA. I love that they did that and put it there instead of putting it over here. Overall, very nice styling. And as you get down here, we see a nice rear diffuser with your dual outlet exhaust over here on the side. Looks absolutely amazing. Supra badge right there, and then the Toyota logo. You have a nice integrated spoiler. We should be seeing a different type of spoiler for the GRMN, but the integrated spoiler over here looks very nice, very subtle. I've seen people put the 1990s actually 1998 style spoiler, and it absolutely looks insane with this model. It just fits, it flows so super good. and I like the overall styling of it. Let's go ahead and get into the trunk section actually really quick. And unfortunately, the only way you can open the trunk is either by the key fob itself, or in the door card down here, you'll be able to unlock it. So let's go ahead and unlock it right here. Getting inside, you have a nice partition bay right here to cover up anything you have in here. And you have a very deep section to put things in. As you can see, the Supra logo right there in the mat, but it's nice and deep around the edges, so you can put some stuff in there. You also do have right there the JBL subwoofers on either side, so that's going to add a lot of bass behind the seats, and the music's going to sound amazing in here. This is a JBL speaker system. It's not like BMW where they have you know, the Bowers and Wilkins or Bang & Olufsen's, but overall really nice shape, really nice design. You have 2 grab handles right here. This is not an automatic trunk, which I understand they did it to save weight, because that mechanism actually adds a lot of weight, believe it or not. So let's go ahead and talk about the interior of this model. So the door section right here, nice soft padding all across. You have their JBL tweeters right here, speaker system, and like I was mentioning, the only other way to unlock that hatch area is here, and the key fob, your unlock, and then your door handles right here, your windows up and down, and then you could actually automatically close their mirrors whenever you're parking in tight spaces, which is really nice. But the overall styling is very, very nice. Very soft touch points all across, and you have a little section right here where you can fit, I don't know, maybe a Pop-Tart. With the way it looks, it's too small to fit anything else. Toyota Supra, a sill plate right here, looks absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and talk about these seats really quick. You have presets for these seats. They are automatic, and they have bolstering that can ingress and egress wrapped around your hips or your waist area, which is going to be really nice and plush, as you can see right here, plush all around, really nice. And these are also heated. Getting to this section right here, you do have your headlight switches, your automatic, your fogs, as well as the dimming for that digital gauge cluster. With that being said, let's get on into the interior fully. So let's close the door and let's see how it sounds. Oh, pretty solid, I mean it has the components of a BMW, so what do you expect that, especially it being built in Europe. So the steering wheel, 9-3 grip, really nice. Overall, like it. I don't like how huge this horn is over here, like the button. I think this is like I can probably fit some nice chicken wings on here. That's what it looks like. I feel like this is really, really big. But you do have some buttons over here for, you know, your modes whenever you're gonna go ahead and like change the radio, whether you're gonna do FM, AM, or Sirius XM. You also do have your call to answer calls. This does come with Apple CarPlay. That B58, damn, always sounds great whenever you turn on this vehicle. And I love the old BMW chime. That's my absolute favorite thing of the chimes. It's my favorite chime out of any BMW product that's ever come out. Nice digital gauge cluster right there. Love the styling of it. You have your miles per hour over here, and then you have your RPM right here. Really nice styling. Like I said, touchscreen display, so you're going to be able to have that Apple CarPlay right there. Ventilation system right there, finished in a nice silver down the middle. And then you also have your heated seats, like I was mentioning about the seat controls. And all the climate controls are physical buttons, which I absolutely love. You can go ahead and also put your phone down here, and it can actually wirelessly charge if you put it in this section right here. I'm not really huge on that. I would rather not have that covered up like the way it is. It's like a tube kind of bin part, and if you put your phone in here, it's gonna slide around all over. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and continue talking. USB right there. You do have a 12 volt right there if you want to put the police radar thing, just so you know what's going on. You have your shifter right here, which is the 8-speed automatic transmission, tried and true, just like that B58. Like I said, climate control over here, sport button right here, that stupid button, the auto start stop functionality. I absolutely hate that button. emergency parking right here. You pull up to engage it, and then you press your foot in the brake, and you can disengage it that way. Your safety systems all over here, parking sensors right here, and then your traction control off right here, which we're not going to do. A nice scroll wheel, just like any other BMW. Menu, map, media will all be incorporated in here, but it's overall a really nice cabin. Like I said, seating position is really nice, and like I said as well, that this vehicle feels like you're in a fighter jet. Every single Toyota has always felt like you've been in a fighter jet when you're driving, and the way that the cockpit is laid out is very nice. Also, another thing, you have a strut bar over here in the rear for that rigidity in the rear, and then you have another storage compartment here, 2 cup holders, but no other areas to put anything else, which is very unfortunate. Getting over here to the glove compartment, as you can see, you have it lined with felt, and it's actually damped a little bit, not too much, but it's damped just a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to that B58 really quick before we take it out for a drive. So I'm gonna put it in sport mode. Let's see if we can hear it. Yeah, that sounds absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and let's take this puppy out for a drive. All right guys, so now we're down here on the main section of road, and we're gonna go ahead and take it onto South Dixie really quick. We're gonna go ahead and put it into drive actually before we drive off. So driving the Supra, I've always been a huge fan of the Toyota Supra, and as you can hear, a lot of that, you know, growliness of the exhaust is carried over into the cabin, which I absolutely love, because when you're driving a sports car like this, you want to have that type of feedback back into the cabin, and this Supra delivers it. It's a tried and true engine. We're gonna go ahead and leave it in comfort mode actually, and we're gonna take it out to this road. But like I was saying, I've always been a true fan of the Toyota Supra. One of my favorite generations is actually the A90. I've always loved that styling, has been one of my favorite, and to this day it still is one of my favorite. This is a close second next to the A80, but the styling looks really nice. I love the overall view out the cabin. As you could see that nice hood. It's very, very long, so you just know the distance of that hood area. You just remember whenever you're driving behind somebody. So let's go ahead and put it into sport mode over here. We're gonna take it down to this road. As you can hear, it's already downshifting. Ooh. Goodness gracious, this car is absolutely insane. It just feels so good. The Toyota engineers and the BMW engineers have created such a marvelous engine and chassis control. The absolute chassis control in this model is something else. And you can actually hear a little bit of the burbles from the exhaust, man. Toyota has just, my God, Toyota and BMW, you knocked that out of the park with this model. I actually love the way that this model feels. It is a little bit bumpy. Yes, that's normal for a sports car. I mean, you're low to the ground, so you're gonna feel every imperfection that's in the road, but that's normal. I mean, you're paying the price for a sports car. You wanna be engaged to whatever the road is feeling, the feedback. Even the steering wheel, you have a lot of feedback from the imperfections that are in the road, which is something that a lot of car companies have actually lost over the years with these new electronic steering racks instead of the hydraulic ones that we've known for years. But you feel a lot of the feedback and these bumps over here. You know, Florida doesn't have the greatest absolute roads, which is unfortunate, but it feels really good. I love the overall chassis. That the fact that we're lower to the ground helps with going around curves, around those S's, and it just feels absolutely phenomenal. So we're gonna go ahead and take it back over here into the main road, and I'm gonna actually shut up so you guys can hear all the ambiance of the interior. So as you can hear, there was a little bit of rattle coming from the rear side, and I think that's because of a seatbelt. But there is also a rattle coming from the trunk area. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is a front license plate bracket over there in the back, which I absolutely hate front license plate brackets, which I'm glad that Florida does not actually require you to have them. But that sound is actually coming from that. But the side one right here is something else, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. But as you can hear, it sounds absolutely amazing in here. Very quiet. The exhaust, I put it in sport mode and then I switched it over to manual so you guys can hear how it sounds with that sporty exhaust and me not talking at all. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go up to the second floor and let's go ahead and wrap up this video. So now we're back up here on the second floor, and let's go ahead and talk a little bit about how I feel on the overall chassis control and this amazing 2023 Toyota Supra. Now, like I said in the driving portion, I have always been a fan of the Toyota Supra. I've always loved their styling. A70 is still one of my absolute favorite generations. I had a cousin that actually had an A70, and when I was first in that car, that's where my love for the Supra began, as I was around probably 12 years old. But the styling of this model just absolutely kills it. It knocks it out of the park. It competes with the likes of other cars within this category, and I think that the overall styling has just, I don't know, they just knocked it out of the park. I think Toyota's knocked it out of the park. I love the interior. Yes, I know that the majority of stuff that you see within the interior are BMW components, but is that really a bad thing? I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of like degrades the Supra badging and the Supra meaning and everything like that. But if it wasn't for BMW and Toyota collaborating with each other, we wouldn't have the Toyota Supra today. Toyota wouldn't have been able to create the Toyota Supra. So think about that for a second before you kind of just, you know, say, hey, I don't like the car. I mean, it could be worse. Look at the Nissan Z. I mean, that's a chassis that's been around for more than 10 years. It's upgraded just a little bit, but this is a all-new chassis. This is an all-new chassis. So you got to think about that for a second. But I would totally recommend this model. I think that you have to go for the 3-liter. I mean, the 2.0 turbos there, sure, but the 3-liter is just where it's at. It's an inline 6. It's the tried and true engine. It's been in Toyota Supra products for years. Yes, it's not a 2JZ or a 1JZ, but it's a B58. The B58 is absolutely amazing, and like I said in the beginning of the video, if it wasn't for Toyota collaborating with them with that inline 6, going back and forth between with the engineers, then we wouldn't have this product, and that engine wouldn't be as reliable thanks to Toyota. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.